And, here you are, no matter how you're feeling, you're here to replenish the well. This idea of, push record, this idea of replenishing your wellness has really, in the last, I don't think I ever really thought about it in those terms until probably 2020, around then, about just, this is the well where we hold our water in our body, where we hold our tension, our stress, our worries, our anxiety, everything is here. Joy lives here, creativity lives here. It's all here. And so, expanding the wellness brings us into wholeness. How's that? Okay. All right, let's take your comfortable seat and let's grab your strap. And before we I'm sure you noticed the expansiveness of your arms compared to maybe what they normally are when we drop in. So we're just going to start this way again. And let's start with a little chest beating first, just this little first thing gorillas, apes, monkeys do when they wake up is pound their chest and get into that place. Maybe you go into just underneath the underarms and down the sides of your waist a little bit. Wake that up. And then just move your finger. Yeah, make some noise. Yes. Yes. And we'll take the strap and it's going to go soft of your waist. So below the ribs, above the hips, into the small of your waist. And then we'll cross it over. And you're just going to hold it lightly as you settle into your seat. Take a few beautiful, welcoming breaths. And then just feel how the strap is already moving. It's from your breath. And then we'll start to play into that. So as you inhale, you let the strap be soft and open. And as you exhale, you gently draw it a little tighter. Pull that in. Just do that a few times. Just keeping the shoulders down, neck long. The jaw soften, you even start to bow your head a little bit, pulling the bottom jaw in, so you almost feel like the back of the neck gets longer. Okay, let's do a nice big inhale and a sigh out, exhale. Yeah, and then we'll just release the strap. Join your palms. And feel into that expansive breath, the expansiveness of you right here at the very opening of our practice. And we'll chant Om together 3 times. Inhale to begin. Om. 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 Bowing your chin. Gently open your eyes as you are. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms, and sweep the arms straight up. And then oscillate with your breath, maybe even a bit of a cat-cow, even just opening and curling and breathing. And then we're going to settle into this extension, this seated, reaching up to the sky pose. Let the shoulders drop, jaw drop, and make yourself taller through lengthening yourself. And then once you get that length, then you can extend through the arms. Look up. More full inhale. And exhale, release the fingers, sweep the arms out to the sides, touch the earth, bow your chin, goodbye heart. Inhale and sweep up, reach up. Palms together, bring them down at your heart, and we'll just do the opposite side. So we'll interlace the fingers, flip the palms, inhale and reach up. And this time, maybe it's a side to side cat-cow. So just swaying. You know, if it's better for you to bend your elbows, soften the shoulders, find your place. Good. And now I'm just going to lean to one side and get longer through the opposite side, and then see if I can match the two sides. Reach up, press the arms up, take your belly in, drop the tail a little bit. Shoulders drop. And a nice big inhale. Sweep the arms out to the sides, touch the earth, bow your chin. Inhale, reach up, sweep up. Palms together, down at your heart. Okay, you do what you do with your legs. I'm going to stay here. We're going to take the palms. I'm going to turn them so I have, you know, the fingers up, and we're just going to massage the forearms. And all the way up, maybe the shoulders, maybe it's that, oh, so cold. That's a protection mudra. Right here, when we squeeze the upper arms, that's how we know, we tell ourselves everything's okay. Okay, and then we'll slide the palms over each other and do what's almost like the second side. Let's do that again. Drop your shoulders. Good. All right. And then just release your hands and pause in your, you know, we've already opened up all these little energy centers. Okay. All right, we're going to start on our tummies, and I think I'm going to go prop heavy today. So here's how we're going to set up. If you want to put your socks on, anything, you know, I think you'd be safe to do that. So I'm going to take one blanket, and I'm going to use two blankets, a bolster, and then we're going to bring the strap in. So this blanket is going to be to rest your thighs. So I've just folded it in half. I'm going to put it, you know, in the center of the mat, knowing I might have to move it around. And then this one will be for your belly. So you might just go this way, hard. He thinks I'm setting up for him. Okay, and I'm just going to set that up nice and then smooth it out. So you have a little bit of a lift, and then the bolster will go right at the back of your mat, and that's where we're going to put the tops of the feet on. Okay, now I do have a block here, and maybe it's a good idea to bring a block with you just in case you're like, my head or whatever, you need a little bit of extra. So just have a block there. Okay, I'm just taking off my warm outer covering just for visuals, but you make yourself as warm as you need. And here's where you might even take a blanket, you know, kind of start back here and then pull it up, and then when you come to lie down, you're all covered up. So tops of the thighs on this lengthwise blanket, your chest, body, torso on the top one, tops of the feet on the bolster. Oh, yeah. Okay. And then we're just going to rest here. So you can let your head rest if you want to put your head on a block. You know, I've been using the block lately as a face massage. So here I put the block down, I rest my third eye on the edge of the block. I'm like, that feels actually really nice, and I'm going to just enjoy that. And when I say enjoy that, as I rest in, there might be gently turning of the head, massaging the forehead, the eyebrows, anywhere there. But that's just a bonus. So however you are, you're going to release yourself. Interesting, these sayings we have. I just said, release yourself. Like, you are in control of how much you release into this. With all these sayings, like, you know, stop holding yourself back, or no, they're all out of my head. Get out of my own way. It's just all those sayings just remind us that, you know, there's separateness in some way of body, mind, I could say breath and spirit. And so here, when I say release yourself, you are deeply connecting to your power to welcome yourself to fullness. Yoga means to yoke, to bring it together, to unite. That which may be, when you're young, you know it. It's natural. Everything is connected. And somewhere along the way, we lose it. They were calling it back. We're just going to open the back very gently, exactly as you are. You just tuck your toes under on your bolster. Then we'll press the heels back, let the legs extend. And as the legs are extending and lifting, I'm just going to walk the toes in a little bit more, see if I can get more of the whole toe, maybe the ball of the feet on the bolster. And then I'll bend one knee, extend through the opposite heel. Soften and release, and then switch. So then the opposite knee, even if it doesn't touch the floor, push through the opposite heel. Get so long with your breathing and releasing. And then just do that one more time on each side. So you bend the knee, extend the heel. You can feel yourself really lengthening. And just changing to the second side. With these nice, a little bit longer legs, place the tops of the feet back, come back into this belly down cocoon. Okay. So before we move on, I want you to feel a nice big inhale. Sigh it out, deeply releasing, heavy exhale. And then we'll just move into Sphinx. So forearms on the floor. And if you have back stuff, you take them forward more. Maybe they come underneath the shoulders, you decide. Because even with the feet just a little bit lifted, we're changing some angles. So find your way here. And I'm going to pull the chin in, see if I can get the back of the neck a little longer. Shoulders move back. And anchor into the elbows. Maybe the belly comes in, low back, and get some space as you drop the tail a little bit. And let the jaw go. Stay here in your Sphinx, and we're just going to turn the head to look to the left. And maybe you might look over your shoulder, just shift your eyes. Or your eyes could be closed. I'm pulling the chin in, getting longer through the sides of the neck. And then as you exhale, you just let the face look down to the floor and then over to the right side. Maybe the eyes move all the way. Just constantly drawing the belly in and releasing the tail. If you need that, just be conscious of that. And then we'll release the head. Bring yourself back down. Pause here. All right, just lift your head, grab your strap. And we're going to take the strap and just lay it over your low back or your tush. So if your arms are straight, you're holding the strap with your palms facing up, and maybe the arms are shoulder distance apart. Then you just kind of put the strap wherever it goes here. And then just release your arms down by your side. So the strap is there, your palms are facing up. Okay, stay here. Lift your head up off the floor so you're looking at the floor. Your face is turned to the floor. Pull the chin in. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Take the shoulders away from your ears. Open your hands. Press your feet into the bolster. Maybe the legs lift. Okay, backs of the hands are still on the floor. You're lifting the shoulders, pulling the chin. Feet connected, toes extended. And exhale and release. Let's turn the head to the right. And if that's too much for you, you put your hand there or just support it in some way. One more breath, full breath in. Breathe it out. And then come back to that face looking at the floor, but it's lifted. This time we're going to hold the strap. So palms facing up, you're just going to hold the strap. Okay, so the strap is now like for, shoulder distance apart, body distance apart. You're going to lift the shoulders, lift the chin. Now start to lift the arms and pull the strap apart, like not so much, but gently. So you feel the shoulder blades come together. Keep going. Pull the chin in. Maybe your legs want to lift. Maybe not. Breathe here. Smile. Notice anything that's talking to you. One more breath. And then gently, slowly release the strap. Lower yourself down. Release your hands. Turn your head to the right. Let the shoulders drop. Breathe. Okay. So we're going to do that again. As you inhale, lift your head, face to the floor, find the strap. This time I'm going to walk my hands closer together. You just, you'll play or you can walk them once you're up. And then find that lift inside. So you're like, can I pick myself up? Literally, how do I pick myself up? This might be a way I do it. Fly, take the shoulders away from the ears, gentle tug on the strap. Breathe. And release. You're going to bring the arms back up. Tuck the chin, rest the forehead on the back of your hands. You stay here, bend the knees, and move into our windshield wiper. Just gently. You need to open your legs wider, do that. And then after you've gone side to side a few times, we'll start to find that egg beating. Just really opening the back. And feel yourself really swaying, like feel the hips and the thighs. And then reverse. So you need to adjust. That is so important. That's an experienced yogi. Okay, let's widen the knees. Bring the feet together. Maybe give them a little rub. And then we're just going to rest here. So my knees are not on that blanket. If you need to adjust, you're going to do that. So it's here. We're just dropping in. I'm going to change the position of the hands. And just breathe and release yourself. And give myself permission to rest. So you take a nice big breath in. Breathe out. Okay, I'm going to keep the legs as they are. Your head is lifting, so take your hands, find your strap, and then put the strap over the tops of your feet. It might even be at the ankles. So we've got the feet in. Maybe they're right at your, buttock area. Maybe they're touching, maybe not. Okay, I'm going to walk my hands up the strap, see if I can make this smaller. So, maybe your hands are going to be right at your feet and you're like, oh, I don't really need a strap, but we're going to keep it. And then we're going to tuck the chin, release the forehead to the floor if you can. Lift your shoulders. You're just lifting your shoulders just so you're flying a little bit. And then that's it. I'm just gently drawing that strap in. Your thighs might come up off the floor a baby bit, maybe not. And then release yourself into this shape. Okay, we'll take a nice big breath in. And as you breathe out, you start to lift your head, lengthen the back of the neck, lift the shoulders. Feet start to push into the strap. Maybe you come up. Maybe you need to wind your hands in the strap. Maybe you want to release the strap. I'm holding onto the strap. I'm going to let the thighs lift a little bit. Shoulders back, neck long, looking down. Breathe. And lovingly release. You might tuck your little feet out from the strap. Lay the strap on your back. You want to bring your hands back up, just rest. That's lovely, whatever you need to do. And one more breath. Okay, stay here. You might lengthen your legs, tops of the feet on the bolster. That might have changed, also we've been moving a lot. So notice that. Okay, I'm going to take the hands, find the strap, and start to stretch the strap away from you. Maybe the head lifts, the shoulders lift, the head lifts, and that's it. I'm just very little. Okay, now I'm going to take the arms up as high as I can. See, can I find overhead? So you have to change the hand position. Somewhere there, you might change the length of the strap. And I'm just going to take these arms up and over and back. I'm just flying, breathing. Okay, you're just moving your hands up and back, facing the back line, the arc over your head. And do two more. Maybe slow it down. So it's interesting to see which arm and which shoulder is leading the way. And this time when the strap comes over your head, drop it and rest. However you want to do that. Meaning if you want your arms down by your sides or underneath or with the block under your head. Nice big breath in. And out. And we're going to move into this lying down twist that we all know and love. So I'm going to take the hands down by your sides like you're setting up for your cobra. Okay. Lift the shoulders, lift the face. Maybe bring your legs right together. And then we'll bend the right knee. You're going to lift the right thigh up and take that right foot over to the left. So roll to your left side. Maybe we hang out here for a moment and look underneath my left shoulder. Flare the toes of the right foot. And then bring yourself back to center. Move to the second side. Be here for a breath or two. Bend and open. Anchor your right hand a little bit more. Maybe spread the toes of the left foot. And then we'll just flow side to side in a way that, a rhythm that works for you. Nice and slow. Lifting and turning. Okay, so we started with the right foot, so we're going to end with the left foot going to the right. Good. And we'll come back. Let's take a 3 breath. Release and rest. Maybe wiggle your hips. Okay. Now last one, I'm going to come back to upward bow. That's where you hold the feet. So if you want to bring the strap in, it's right there. You're looking at it. Just bring it over. Otherwise, bend your knees. Catch hold of your feet or your ankles. And I'm just going to rest here in this position for a moment. So once you've got the strap or your feet, you can tuck your chin, forehead to the floor, maybe if that works. And just start by lifting the shoulders. You feel that, this lift. Then it's a lifting of the face, softening of the belly. And you start to push the feet into the hands or into the strap and rise up to your place here, whatever that is, with glory and joy. But here you are. You did this as a kid a million times. You loved it. It's totally different now. Embrace, embrace, embrace. And release. 2 breaths. Rest once you get there. And then we'll press up and back. I'm going to move into child's pose. It's going to change the props just enough to help here. So, maybe the knees are going to go on this blanket we have here. And I'll bring the bolster around. And we did this in class the other day. I dig it. I'm going to take this other blanket, just do like a rapid roll, nothing too fancy. I'm going to put that where the belly goes. And then the strap, sorry, this is the block. Here, And just kind of tuck it. Okay, you might turn the blanket, you see what feels good. Take the belly up and over, forehead can rest, and oh, I get this nice opening in the low back. So nice. You can tuck it in, maybe you wiggle yourself forward a little bit. You just see what works. You know, forehead resting is nice. You don't need to do that. What I want to have happen here for all of us is that we've got this space in the low back. So my big toes aren't touching. I have so much space now. They're actually like almost as wide as my knees. You know, we own our yoga. I think about like, you know, I grew up in many of you, because you've been with me for so long, in the Iyengar world, where it's like very precise. And then, no, we own our yoga. So breathe into your wellness and your wholeness, and the way that feels. Healing. Nice big breath in, and then release yourself. And if the block under your head is a hindrance or anything is a hindrance, just as heavy as you can possibly be here. I'm going to start to stretch the arms forward a little bit just to get longer. Open something. Okay, and you're welcome to stay here. If you'd like to take a downward facing dog with me, I'm going to put this block on the bolster. It's going to go kind of underneath the chest. Press up, and you know, you might get your forehead or the crown of your head to rest on the block. It might not happen ever, and it might happen today for the first time. And just use this pose as a way of just opening yourself and feeling into your power and your strength. Power of your feet, your hands, your legs, and the head to just rest. One more breath. Okay. And we'll just all meet. I'm just going to come to seated. I'm just going to change the props once again. Okay. So I'm going to use everything here. I'm just going to move the bolster off. Okay. So I'm going to take these blankets, and they're both going to be the same. So I have them folded in half and in half, and then I'm just going to do like, not, you know, don't have to worry if it's a perfect roll. I'm going to roll them. Just like that. But what I am going to do is like the side that's closed, I'm going to have them opposite of each other. So hopefully it'll be a little even. And then I'll take the block, just going to sandwich it in between. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to put the bolster on top. So just like that. Okay. All right, and then you can always make any adjustments you need. So now I have my right hip is here. I'm going to just tilt the bolster down. I can bring myself over here. Okay, so here we are. You're on your side. Okay, what happens generally, I know from my own body and from teaching and watching other bodies, is that we don't really come to the side. We'll maybe come a little bit more tilted forward. So just find yourself like, oh, can I feel like I'm more on the back than the front? Okay, if you need another blanket underneath your hip or anything else, find that. Then maybe we'll stretch the arm, drop the head, and take the other arm over. And it doesn't need to go straight. It could just hold here. If that's too much, you just find your place. Maybe it's behind your back. Maybe that's better for you. You see, I'm just going to keep it over top, taking like almost like a lean back. And when I can lean back a little bit, I can get more opening. Get out of my own way. How can I receive this? Okay, and then like you're taking a power nap. Breathe and rest. Okay. a nice big breath in. Really drop it. Put yourself into the space. Now that left arm that's over your head, I'm going to arc it up and over. So as you inhale, maybe you reach up to the sky. The palm is going to turn. You're going to take it behind your back, maybe up towards the left shoulder, and then just go back and forth. So just take it all the way up and over, and all the way back, and like feel the dance with your music of your breath. Okay. Yeah. Again, I notice for myself, I'm tilting more to the front of the body. So I'm just going to bring it back. Maybe the head moves back. Just feel your breath. You might have your feet a little bit, you know the word. Tense comes to the word, but that's not it. A little bit active. Good. Okay. The next time the hand comes behind your back, I'm going to hang out here. Now I can rest that hand on the bolster a little bit if I turn the palm down. I'm going to really let the head go, the jaw go, move the left shoulder away from the ear. Can you get longer on the side of your neck? How can you do that? Here. Okay, nice big breath in, and then that, just gonna stay here forever. But you're not, because now we're just gonna take the arm as you inhale, bring it over. Maybe it's just a reach. Maybe the right hand's gonna catch hold of that left wrist and give it a little pull. I'm gonna take myself and just lean back slightly. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. And then we'll release, and I'm just going to bring that left hand to the floor, turn the head to look at the floor, and then walk yourself up. And then just be. You know, if you want to turn around for a moment or just sit or face your bolster, whatever works for your space. Okay, as soon as I come upright, I just want to tilt my head to the left. We've got all this nice opening. The right side's like, wait, when's my turn? So just give it a bonus feel right now, and then, okay. Maybe turn your head side to side. There could be a lot for the neck, which is always good. Space. Okay, I'm just going to change sides for myself, so still facing you, but you're just going to turn and put the left hip on the side there, so it's on the floor. You know, whatever you need. Just push the bolster down, get longer, and then find. We'll start here and just take a few moments, notice for yourself. And if you need anything else, this is okay. And you feel like, okay, I'm okay. Maybe we'll extend the arm, drop the head. And we'll take the right arm up and over. And again, it's just hanging. We're just using it to open. Lean back a little bit. Shift this up. Just be here and breathe. How can I get out of my own way here? If you have shoulder stuff or side waist stuff or hip stuff, sometimes these poses bring them up. So how can I use this to heal? And just nice big breath in, and then release, and then we'll start to dance this right arm. So as you inhale, you reach it up. It goes behind you as you exhale. And then just dancing, moving, with your breath and with this shape. This great gift of mobility, which we appreciate so much more when we lose it, hopefully temporarily. Do one more, and then the next time my hand comes behind the back, and keep it there. Again, I notice I'm tilting more to the front. I'm just going to lean back. Maybe the fingers can find the bolster. Head can move back. And just find some space in the neck. So drawing the right shoulder down. Allowing the softening, the sides of your neck, the muscles of your neck, your jaw, to invite in that space. And nice big breath in. Deep release. And sweep that arm up. And I take it over and you reach it or grab it with the left wrist or left hand, holds the right wrist, give it a gentle tug. And you can even pull that right hip away, create more space. Now I'm leaning back a little bit more. And find the breath, the almighty breath. Your feet might be a little active. But your jaw is soft, eyes soft. And release that. Take the arm. Touch the earth. Turn your head. And gently walk yourself up. Okay, and then we'll sit for a moment again. Okay, I'm going to turn to face away from the bolsters, and we're going to lie back on the bolsters. I'm grabbing the extra block because here in this shape, your head's going to hang. And if you know that's not good for you, you're just going to add that block. Okay, I'm not going to add the block. Let my head hang a little bit. Maybe I'll keep it handy in case I change my mind. Okay, so we're going to sit, put the feet on the floor. And then walk yourself back and, just very gently bring yourself back and you'll see the head thing. Okay, if you don't have anything under the head, you might be able to keep lifting the hips and just walking into this teeter-totter. Just going to teeter-totter. So I'm lifting the hips, letting everything kind of fill up and then bring it back down. Just play a little bit. You might have to move the head around and see. And then we're going to hang out in the hanging out. So you'll decide how deep you want to go. I can take my head to the floor, maybe back of the head to the floor. Maybe you can do that too, and you like that. Wiggle yourself forward or back so you find that place where the props are supportive. And then we'll just hang out. So you have the other one. You can always put it, maybe you want it underneath your tush or wherever you like to have it. I'm just going to let the tail drop. The feet are still on the floor. They're supporting. And take the arms over the head. And they might not go right over your head. They might go out to the side. And, just to get them above the heart, you might even bend at the elbows. And breathe. You're moving yourself. You're finding that place where, oh yeah, this feels great. So if you're in a place where you're like, not so great, then move yourself forward, back. Okay, if you're in a place where you want to extend the legs, you feel comfortable to do that, then just take full advantage of plank. Try it and be like, no, not today. Okay, so we're going to settle in for another few breaths. Not particularly restful. You might not be like, oh, I could fall asleep here. We're just going to take advantage of this. Nice big breath in. Sigh it out. Okay. Before I come out completely, I'm actually going to walk the feet in and lift the hips up a little higher. Maybe the arms will start to come down. And then I'm just going to walk. You find your way. Walk your feet around. If you need to pull your head and support it till you come to sitting, great. Do that. I'm still leaning against the bolster. I'm holding my head. I'm just going to put my hands on my knees, tuck the chin, and then just like, you have a hammock behind you. Even though your chest is probably lifting, shoulders lifting, just drop in. Let the jaw drop, shoulders drop. Okay. Bring yourself upright, hands or no hands. Sit for a moment. All right. Okay. And take lying down twist. So let's see. I'm going to try it here with all these props. I always take them out completely and have the bolster on the floor. I'm going to give it a shot. So never done it like this. So I'm going to have I have the left hip here against the bolster. And turn, and turn, and turn, and turn. Lengthen and bring yourself into the rest. Well, I dig it. This is nice. I'm going to add the legs. So once you're here, suppose we know you're in your twist. You've got the chest on the bolster, maybe your forehead. Maybe you're turning your head one to the other. And we're going to take the top leg, stretch it straight away from you, and then maybe move it back. And it could bend. And then I'll take the bottom leg and just reach it out. Take a little straight ahead. And breathe here. I know after a few moments, things open. You might deepen your twist. It's time the head might turn away from the direction. Whatever direction that is for you. And rest in it. And then release yourself as deeply as you can. Turn your head away, just turn it back now. Gently bringing yourself upright. And again, we're just going to sit. So take a moment and just be in this unwinding, the open expansion of your wellness. And then turn around as you're ready. And if you liked all those props set up, great. Let's make it your own. Start again. I have the right hip here. I'm just going to pull the bolster down. Walk myself around and turn. And then maybe take a moment and turn. And rest. Oh. Add the legs, so split the legs, the bottom leg comes out, top leg moves back or straightens. As your body opens, you deepen the twist and turn your head away. See how your body wants to be today. No matter how your twist is and how you're supporting, we're yoking in the breath into this shape and into this expression of rest. Really releasing yourself as deep as you can. Gift yourself permission to let go. turning your head now back. Take your time, you know, like I don't want to rush you. If you feel you're just getting in, take your time. Just going to come up to sit, just to feel for a few moments. Once you're here, just again, we're going to keep the props, all these props we're using. Just going to change the position of the prop. So these two blanket rolls are now going to go underneath your thighs as we move into a souped up Padangusthasana. So I'll put those on opposite side. The bolster is going to go down, and then, you know, socks, friends. If you want your socks or your warm blankets or your heating pads, take whatever you need in. Okay. So as we get to the end of the practice, you know, we're going to start with Supta Baddha Konasana. From here, you might just stretch your legs out and go right to a Shavasana if you wish. All optional. So set yourself up for that which you need. So let's see, something, you might want something for your head. Always just slip a block underneath the top of the bolster. Doing a little bit of a lift. Covering is always a nice thing. I feel like I just want to say, okay, good night, everybody. So just find your, you know, you can do this pose. I mean, if you think, how many times have I done this pose in my lifetime? In my yoga practice, you know, like it could be 100. Every time it's different. Every time it feels so good. Let your hands or arms rest. You know, maybe you want them on your body. Sometimes if you just, you know, tuck them, the fingers into the waistband of your pants and just kind of folds them there if you like that. Or out to the sides. No pulling on the inner thighs. Have these blankets. If it's not high enough, then find something else. If you need a support underneath your hips, I didn't put anything there, but feel, oh, what do I need? How can I rest? How can I give myself permission? Get out of my own way. And let the body do what it does, what it knows to do. Scanning yourself, feeling into any vibrational energy you can tune into, perhaps, you know, between the soles of the feet. The beating of your own heart. The legs as they are, feeling your breath moving into the well of your being. Might even play with it a little bit, not so much to make things too energized, but just to feel like this gentle expansion and gentle contraction that you can be present to and participate in a little bit. In the front and the back, sides of the waist. And at some point, you'll just let all that go. Rest your eyes. Rest your throat. Drop into your third eye. let it become expansive. I see the universe. You open it. The universe within you. The universe of all that you are. I'm going to stay exactly as I am. If you feel you need to make any adjustments, you can even open the legs a little straighter and just tuck these blankets underneath your knees. The legs could be a little bit farther apart. You can also just come to lying straight down, whatever you feel you want to end your practice in. Wherever you are. Again, releasing yourself as much as you can. You let go of. What's holding you back? And you drop into your back. Shavasana. And staying as you are. I'm going to guide you through a little bit of self-massage exactly as you are. So just wiggling your fingers a little bit. Take that hands to your clavicle bones, fingers to the clavicle bones. Just go underneath the clavicle bones. Now look for this area here that feels a little softer and maybe even, you can say, has an almond shape, an eye shape. right underneath the clavicle bone. So the center of the chest, maybe in line with the center of the right of center and left of center. And then just massage here. Push in a little bit, start feel at your fingers and walk them around. Just underneath the clavicle bone at the top of the chest here. So press the fingers in and gently draw the skin down for a moment. And release that and take the hands to the sides of your neck. Just warm it up a little bit from the bottom of the ears. Trace some lines down. And then you're going to pull on your earlobes. It's going to pull all the way around. Walk your fingers up and down the earlobes. And kneading, pulling, just expanding. Breathing. We'll take the index fingers to the fronts of the ears, like if you could draw a line right where the face, where ears become face, and just massage there a few times. So it should be a little bit of a soft area at the top of the jaw, where the TMJ lives, your temporal mandible joint. We all have it, even if your joint doesn't click. TMJ is part of your body. So massage there, and then we'll just go down the jawline. You might crimp or use your thumbs. And then up to the forehead. Tracing lines from the center of the forehead to the temples a few times. And then we're going to trace around the eyes. And you might use your middle finger. So we trace over the eyebrows, underneath the eye bone, making these circles. Let the jaw drop. Do that a few times. Feel nice. And then you'll take these using the middle finger up to the corner of your eye, right where the eyebrows begin, and just underneath that, you're just going to push in and up and out. So you're pushing in, take the skin up, and then a little bit out, like as if you want to get rid of those wrinkles in between the center of your forehead. Just gently pulling. So I'm just at the top of the eyebrows here with the third finger. And you could use that same pressure and just trace over your eyebrows a few times. Top of the eyebrows, bottom of the eyebrows. And then we'll go to the tops of the cheeks. So where the bridge of the nose, cheeks, underneath the eye bone. I'm just going to push down and almost like you're tracing up to the temples too. You're just drawing this line right underneath the eye bone, from the nose over the tops of the cheeks to your temple and maybe right to the front of the ear. And good. And then we'll just let that go. Feel into the vibrational energy. You're welcome to just come back to your rest. But if you're ready to come out, just slowly make your way out in a way that feels really nourishing and loving. And I love myself up here. Coming out and resting on your side when it's ready. And take your time. Find your sit, your healing sit. Tune into the energies of your practice, how you feel. Ready, friends? We'll bring the hands together at your heart and bow your chin. And we'll just seal this practice with one Om. Inhale to lengthen, release this breath completely. And then inhale fully. Om. And breathe into your hands, to your breath. And then offer this to yourself. And offer it out to each other. And I take all of your goodness into myself, because, you know, I said it this week out loud, but the very best people come to yoga. And friends, I think about you. I love you. I appreciate your presence. I honor your practice. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And we'll be back here together on Sunday. So have a great week. And we'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.